皆さん、また来てくださってありがとうございます。こちらはマンハッタンニューヨーク水曜日の午後です。ということで、今日は火曜日に見てきたハニティ賞の Rfk ジュニア、この方にたくさんの質問をハニティさんがされたんですけど、この2つだけを上げてみたいと思います。ということで見てください。Rfk ジュニア、どうぞ。
With Democratic presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr., I want to go back, and this drives me nuts, because I've been making the case that our current president, I don't think he knows today's Tuesday. He could not sit with me as you are and have this conversation, in my view. I think he is physically weak and cognitively a mess, and nobody wants to say it except a few of us. I want you to look at this tape and tell me if you think he's fit for the job. Take a look.
Let's go lick the world. We cheer for Muslim athletes like Kareem and Joan Shingang. I'm going to pronounce Shanga Koawa. Ban on transgender Americans.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's great to have you. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction.
I met alone with him, just he and I, and a simultaneous interpreter 68 times, 68 hours, 68 times, more than 68 hours. All right, God save the Queen, man.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We really appreciate it, and we love you. Thank you.
I might add, if I didn't, I'd be sleeping alone. You have to explain. I better explain that. Some don't know what I'm talking about. My wife's a Philly girl. All right, where are we going? Well, we're going to win, and we're going to help. We have plans to build a railroad from the Pacific all the way across the Indian Ocean. By the way, I met with who are those guys that fly over shortly? You heard of them, haven't you?
Okay. Do you believe that he is physically, mentally, cognitively strong enough to lead our country? This world is a dangerous place. Robert Kennedy Jr., you know that this is a dangerous place. Is he cognitively strong enough to be your president?
Well, he's never been very good with words.
You know, all right, you get an A+ for that answer. Is he up to the job? First of all, let me ask, how many of you here think he is not up to the job? Let me hear. Now, I know that there's a reluctance for politicians, and you're a Democratic Party guy. You said that at the censorship hearing where they censored you. And you've devoted your life to things you believe in, and it's probably hard for you to say that. But do you really think he's up to the job?
No, but I'm not reluctant to say that for partisan reasons, Sean.
Okay.
What I've tried to do during this campaign is avoid personal attacks on people. I will say whether he's up to it or not, whether he's making his own decisions, the decisions that are coming out of the White House are bad decisions.
Right.
And, you know, the Democratic Party does not censor people, in my experience. We're not the party of war. We're not the party of the neocons dictating foreign policy. We're the party of the middle class, and we're the party of working people. And that's not where the party is anymore.
I like the fact that America is bearing the brunt and the burden of financing most of the war against Putin in Ukraine. I think we agree on that part. Why isn't Europe, why don't they ever step up and defend their own continent before they ask for U.S. involvement? And why would Joe Biden veto Poland giving Zelensky fighter jets to actually fight to win the war after they were invaded?
Well, the more disturbing thing is that on 2 occasions, the Russians tried to sign a peace agreement with Zelensky.
Do you trust Putin?
Do I trust Putin? No, but that's not. Listen, I've litigated over 500 lawsuits. All of them end up with, or many of them end up with settlements or one kind or the other. And you never trust the guy on the other side. You use language art, and you use the design of agreements.
So Ukraine, to appease Putin, who I think is evil, they've already given up Crimea. It was annexed. So what? Now they have to give up the Donbas area.
Ukraine, because of our pushing the Ukraine into the war on two occasions.
We pushed them into it, or did Putin?
Well, let me tell you. Let me answer your question.
Yeah.
In 2019, France, Germany, and Russia all agreed to the Minsk Accords. That year, Zelensky ran for president. He was a comedian. He had no political experience. Why did he win? Because he ran on one issue, signing the Minsk Accords. As soon as he got in there, Victoria Nuland in the White House told him he couldn't do it. Then Putin sends 40,000 troops in. That's not enough to conquer the country. Clearly, he wanted us to come to the negotiation. He wanted somebody to come to the negotiating table. Zelensky came to the negotiating table, signed a new agreement that was the Minsk Accords 2 in 2022, and that would have allowed Donbas to stay, and Lugansk to remain as part of Ukraine. We said, Putin signed it, Zelensky initialed it, and Putin, in good faith, began withdrawing troops from the Ukraine. What happened? We sent Boris Johnson over there to torpedo it, because we don't want peace we want the war with Russia.
Why are you blaming America's role in this? And
ということでいかがだったでしょうか。RFK さんまたぶっちゃけてて、ちょっと結構ね、このハニティさんの司会の方が RFK がこう言おうとするとパッとこうまるで民主党の MC みたいにこう被せることが結構あったんですね。で、私その現場で見ててちょっとイラッとしてたんですよ。で、隣の人もちょっとカモンみたいな感じで言ってたから、他の人も思ってるのかなと思ったら、このビデオの欄にハニティ正体見せたなとか言って書いてあったから、やっぱりこう RFK さんに言ってほしくない人がその共和党にも民主党にもいるんだなってすごい思って、すごいびっくりしました。ということで、このやっぱりアメリカが悪いってはっきり言える RFK さんもすごいなと思うんですね。なぜかっていうと、アメリカ自身も戦っているこの悪いグローバリストたちと戦っているっていうことなんですよね。だからこれを、皆さんに見てほしいなと思って、アメリカが悪いんだっていう風じゃなくって、アメリカもこのアメリカの中の本当に悪い力と戦ってるっていうことを、知ってほしいなと思いました。ということで、今日も見てくださってありがとうございました。それでは。